Hey, human beings, here's a message.
Okay, welcome back to Deploy Underground, Tarot. For those of you who are new, we kind of jump right in on this channel. So I'm going to actually do a reading 7 card tarot spread looking at the current situation of you, Taurus. So welcome to my channel. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with your friends as well. There's some really interesting energies going around right now, Taurus. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. Okay, let's just go ahead and jump right in. Especially for you, or if you have a Taurus moon, you guys may be looking at some really interesting things coming through. Look at that. We already got some stuff going on here. You may be looking at even how you're looking with your home if you have a Taurus moon. Oh, there's the 3. So let's go ahead. Before I dive into it, thank you for watching the channel, but let's go, okay? So there's 3 cards. The first 3 cards are your current situation, and then there's one card that will talk about the influences of that current situation, and then the final cards will tell us about, okay, how can you have this final outcome and discover more in that process? Look, you're already getting started on a good start here. You got the card of Aquarius, which is the star card. You're getting some downloads, as everyone is, but you're getting specific downloads about how and what are the next steps. Yeah, that Taurus recent season that you went through was a bit rough. I mean, I think you had some shakes and some alterations you had to look at as far as the people around you, the things that you will and won't allow in your household, and bigger, how you keep those things clearly out of your mind. Okay. Now, what the star card is saying is moving forward in your current situation is you have to approach the situation in a very direct kind of position. Okay. Before we go further, let's look at the next card, which is my cards are in French, but I'll translate them, which is the Page of Swords. Okay. Look, this is going back into that information and some major cleanups that you had. That Page of Swords is saying that, maybe you were able to move a little bit slowly around how you communicated or immaturely, okay, about how you communicated the situation. But it happens to all of us, okay? Seriously. I mean, try to read tarot cards. You get a list of things that each card represents, and then some people get messages from their spirit guides. Others indicate kind of how the card is interpreted in collaborations with others. Now, does that mean? Well, maybe your interpretation within all of this current situation was not the right way to um, get the message across to others, okay? But let's see what we got here. Regardless of that, you have another page, okay? Hey, Taurus. Now that I see 2 pages, there might be some divine masculine energy around you. You might be looking at some relationship options as well. But also, this may be the way that you are kind of looking at if something was not said correctly, the foundation of what you said previously could be a way to repair the situation. This is obviously some form of situation, but also a form of fulfillment, a lesson that you're learning. Okay. We'll go further into the cards here. Okay. The current situation looks like there is a dilemma about how you are leveling up and communicating your situation. Okay. What specifically is your situation? Something that is about lifting your foundation, lifting the way that you interact with people in order to find yeah, there we go. Wow. Slow movement. It was your influence is the Knight of Cups. There was some kind of emotional reaction that you had with Taurus. We know emotions aren't your favorite thing, okay? They're not your favorite thing, but this was something that was slowly bubbling. around maybe a work situation, but this looks more like a relationship situation here that you just didn't message it right. And it's okay, okay? Taurus, there's nothing wrong with allowing your emotions to sometimes dictate a situation. Now, it doesn't mean that those emotions were directly or indirectly associated with a specific person. It could be a conglomeration of things. But the way it looks like is that, there may be a need to back up and say, I could have looked at that situation a little bit directly, maybe navigated that situation by communicating directly, okay? Look, let's go ahead. I want to know what it's all about. Oh, no, that situation's over. You just got the death card. And okay, your final. Oh, okay. No, you needed to connect. You needed to say that. All right, with the death card, you had to say that. Okay? Whatever you said, whatever you did was actually valid. I apologize. Your final outcome is clarifying that this directness, maybe this misinterpretation of what you said, um, was needed. Maybe you held it back for a little bit because you have the Wheel of Fortune here indicates time. It indicates that there is a process, a cycle. This could be something that was just bothering you for a bit, and it could involve these two pages. Okay. Sometimes when I look at these two pages, I always think of a mother or a father, a parent with two teenage kids. And you know how that works. Sometimes you have to say some really offensive things to get them to recognize and unplug and get back into reality. Now, the directness that came in was definitely needed. Okay, this death card said not only did you see it through some kind of psychic, you felt it. You felt that this was something you had to say. You were very empathic about what you had to say, but the timing of it, quite frankly, was based on your emotions. Now, your emotions actually were displayed in two ways. One was first with this Knight of Cups, which was saying that, hey, look, actually, I've been thinking about this for a while. Any of the knights, they're kind of slow moving, okay? Depends, the Knight of Wands can be a bit fast moving, but the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, they're very slow moving, okay? This was something you kind of soaked on and was not too happy about, didn't agree with, and then it came out in the right time, okay? It came out in the right time, and it came out in the right format. Now, don't beat yourself up. If you're beating yourself up about this, no, 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 this is not the space. If anything, it's teaching you some kind of lesson about when to speak up. Okay, because sometimes, Taurus, you guys allow people to sometimes get out of hand with you. Okay, but let's go ahead. I want to go ahead and clarify some of this stuff here because I'm not really clear about what happened. Yeah, I'm sorry. It just looks like if you are dealing with two people, specifically masculine energy, your father, your brother, a boss has masculine energy. Look, you had two options that didn't really suffice in the way that you wanted to communicate the situation. Now, if you are in a relationship, you got two people that maybe when you showed your emotions, one ended, both ended, okay? Both ended. Why did it end? Because maybe you weren't very secure in how you displayed your emotions or you played into something that wasn't necessarily the truth, right? But I'm going to go ahead and clarify this directness, this energy. Okay, the star card, man, the star card's a really amazing card, but I like to read it as the Aquarius identification, right? The star card talks about like how you are able to nurture um, not only the cosmic growth, but also the divine, the divinity that's within you, okay? But in a direct sense, okay? Because it's an air sign. All right, I'm going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot here. So let's go ahead. Oops, I didn't. Let me mix that once really quickly because I just. Oh, 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 oh. Oops, things are popping out there. I'm going to take that. Around your foundation. It's you. All right, you got that King of Pentacles and this kind of Four of Cups. The way that you did this was based on your security. It was based on your own security. These two people kind of did not really. I feel like there were options here as far as a potential mate or potential job or potential career path that you have been working on for a bit. This message came through. You actually thought about it here. You thought about it with this King of Pentacles, but you did not notice that fourth option was there. What was that fourth option? I think that fourth option plays into how you negotiated this sense of, okay, now this is here. This being a situation that has to change and be addressed. Okay. Now that it's here, I need to make sure that I identify the proper steps for communicating, messaging. Okay, the swords are about messaging the system. How do you get things out there? How do you share? And it seems like the way you shared it may not have been really accepted by others. If it was work situation, it looks like people just thought, okay, but you can do better. That's one. Two, three cards for that. Oh no, you got the Hierophant, you got the Wheel of Fortune again, and the Hermit. Man. Spirit wants you to know that, you know, through this experience, the Hierophant is telling you directly that this was not what happened was not an accident, okay? It was supposed to send you back into your emotions a bit. It was supposed to help you recognize that there are some things that we have to develop upon. I'm really getting that it's not something that you have to, after watching this video, go say, I'm sorry. I think the people know already the level of intensity that you're dealing with in your life. There are some shifts going on around, and I'm sorry to say it looks like you're shifting out of relationships. Now, with the Hierophant and the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune, I'm just getting clearly that you're seeing things for what it is, but you're also stepping back and observing it. Okay, you're not actively being a participant in it, and maybe that is why most of the people who you are speaking to consider your interaction with this situation as immature. Because they want your opinion, but you're like, what is really going on here first within yourself? Okay. What's going on within yourself? Now, this Page of Pentacles is also, it's an earth sign, okay? Let's back it out, because what is going on within yourself is that you are trying to better your situation. Now, your situation is not so bad, okay? Let's just say it's not so bad. If you're watching this channel, please comment, because your situation is not so bad, but I think you need a guiding light here. You need to be able to understand your emotions, and earth signs are not particularly the most understanding of their emotions. Logic, maybe. Divinity, maybe. Pragmatic things, maybe. But emotions, to them, I think they might think it's a waste of time. Water signs are more fluid in understanding these things. Now, come on, Yaya, let's see what we got. Let's help them out. What was going on there? All right, there's one. Yeah, your ships went out for sale and it came from your shadow side. Look at that. I still think it was an emotion that you've been hanging on to. You didn't say it, and then I feel like you said something at the you said it at the right time for you, but everyone else was cut off guard and considered it to be a bit immature. Whatever it was immature, regardless of if it was immature, I don't think you really care. And I must admit, move on. I mean, you probably shouldn't care. With that Knight of Wands and that Three of Wands, it says, hey, in a way, it is what it is. Okay, the Knight of Wands talks about fast moving communication, innovation, okay, creativity. But if we apply that to the speech, it went out, but it also went out as a level of investigation, inspection, to see if I send these emotions out to people, how do they respond? And I am actively looking at their response because I think something's coming in for you and you're trying to clarify who and what people are there for you. Your foundation, okay? Your foundation. Now, it's not the Queen of Pentacles who's the most giving queen, most powerful queen, most very, very foundationally strong. You're looking at leveling up. So you're starting to see, okay, well, how do you interact with my emotions? Okay. Some people didn't take that so well, but you're just, with the Three of Wands, you're like, hey, I sent it out. I'm going to give you some time to come back and evaluate how and what and who am I in your life. Now, it's almost like you were sending out these emotions to test people. I don't think you did it on purpose. I think that your influence here with that Knight of Cups is almost like you're revealing who you are. Like you're like, actually, this is a part of me I've never shared with anyone, or not, maybe a certain group of people. Okay, let me get one more card on that because yeah, there we go. Four. There we go. Oh yeah, there you go. Look, look, look. Here you go. First, out of the four, it was an emotional seed that you planted with people who you thought or who you expect to love you. Now, you wanted to show your new level of understanding in life. Now, it's because something has come to you. They may not know, but something has come to you, divinely given to you. It might have even been something you're working on for a long time, and you're starting to see the fruits of your labor, which can implore new avenues, new beginnings with this world card for you. And that new beginning is making you go, who fulfills my cups? Now, when you do that, you have to be ready with that Knight of Cups. Told you he's a slow moving. Okay, this guy, they're the same people. It's just in French. That slow, they are, when you do that, you have to know that once you send that out, you got to allow people to process it. Now, this was some form of, I don't know. I feel like it was a spirit test with this death card coming up next to evaluate those who can move forward with you and those who can't. The magician is a tricky guy. And the magician could do practically anything. In all of these cards, has the power to do any and everything as they please. This is what makes me think that whatever you got, you received something. Now, even from this star card, you receive some kind of cosmic gift, some informational download, some kind of something that you're 100% sure of. With all of these pentacles, it could be that you know that you're getting some kind of heritage or some kind of real estate venture, housing, this type of thing, new business promotion, this type of thing, and nobody else knows, and you're like, hmm, how can I see? And I don't know why you're doing this, okay? I don't know why. How can I see who's phony and who's real? I don't think you did it intentionally, but I think once the emotions were released, you went into straight magician mode. Like, how can I catalog how can I catalog these energies, responses? Okay, I don't know why you did it. From those responses, you got some clear avenue. you got some clear. You got some clear responses. Some people did not like it. You probably will never hear from them again. We'll clarify this death card of, you know, some people didn't like it. They didn't like that. They're not used to you being that way. And oop, yep, Empress card. Can I get one more? Because you got that Two of Swords, meaning they went either way. Either they went to the shadow side, or I have a feeling some people, you are starting to find new respect for some friends too, huh? For people. I want one more card with that Two of Swords. Huh? One more card, please, Yaya. There you go. All right, with that Two of Swords, I want to say the Two of Swords is in the middle, right? So that Two of Swords, I love the Two of Swords because it has this beautiful water in the background, which is your emotions, right? But she's blindfolded. Okay, she could easily take the blindfold off, drop the swords, take the blindfold off, you get reality. Now, on the two sides of this, something ended, and I'm going to say that both ended. What ended was those people who interact with you on a level of one, those people who genuinely see you as a person who is honest, real, and currently going through something. And then those people who see you as almost like the King of Swords, not so much comforting, but direct. And, the King of Swords is not the most, he can be a bit cold, okay? This is like the air sign. He can be very logical. If you need him, probably one of the best things for a business person, okay? For getting the message across, it's the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords and the Empress, you look at this balance and you see that there are two different kind of personas that you're fitting into that I don't think exist within you anymore. I think that you have leveled up into a new kind of, well, everybody grows. And those who don't see that, and those who prefer you stay in this kind of, I'm going to take you out to lunch and we're going to have a good chat type person, they kind of got the shake of their life because they didn't see this part coming from you. Now, when they didn't see that, you identified a cycle in your life that always happens when you are moving forward or discovering something new. A lot of people have that. Give me one more card. Yeah, yeah. Oh, there's one more. There's two. Yep. Three. Thank you. Yeah. Ooh. 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 Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Because your cycle is like this. And tell me if I'm wrong, Taurus, but after you go through a cycle, you start your cycle normally by feeling beat up, but you're successful. I mean, the Nine of Wands talks about, hey, I've been through a bumpy time. I've been through a really, really interesting time, but I survived. I'm battered, I'm beat up a bit from it, but I'm moving forward. I mean, if you take a look at the picture, the wands are standing tall. And they are standing so tall that they are a barricade for this person from the outside world. enough time for him to heal or her to heal. This cycle is, I think, about healing because the second card is Ten of Pentacles. This discovery that you had to go through this bumpy time. Appreciate what you have now, and you know what you got. Okay, I'm not saying it's heritage. I'm not saying it's money. I'm not saying it's real estate. I'm not saying it's education. I'm not saying it's a new business. I am saying that it could be all of those things. I am saying that you have something that most people don't know you have yet. And that's why the energy, the emotion had to come out because there is a new level of happiness. Now, for those of you guys who are married or in a relationship, you need to take your partner and you're still together after all that, you need to take them out. They deserve a spa day or whatever because you did send them through something. You, 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 you did. Okay? And if they're still standing by you, give them a big kiss, hug, lovey, family, kids, all that stuff. Anybody, your best friends. Because this Four of Wands card talks about, hey, it's really the marriage card, right? But it's also a card about, come on, completion of something that you've been working on for a bit. This is why I think there is something that came in, but you haven't told everyone what it is. And that brought up emotion because you're not normally used to hiding things. So, what came in? Well, for those of you, I do have quite a few ladies who are in their beautiful golden years of life that watch the channel. And I think they would even say that there is an emotional push that happens after your 40s, an emotional strengthening, an emotional understanding for life and the time that you have left. However, that emotional balance not only lives within that person, the divine feminine. Okay, you can be a man or a woman and still embrace your divine feminine. But what it does is gives you the ability to put things in perspective for your life in a very loving and compassionate way. I think you discovered compassion, compassion with boundaries. Okay? Ooh. Why compassion with boundaries? I bet you it's going to tell me why compassion with boundaries. That one wants to come out. Ooh, I'm telling you. The emperor is about boundaries. He's saying, don't step my way. Don't even think about it. Oh man. Don't step my way. Don't even think about it. But why? Why, Yaya? Why? Give me one card, please. Thank you. Dun dun dun. Let's see what this is. Once again, I'm telling you, don't step away because I am really focused on what is growing. Now, there's some assets here that are growing, and you know I'm talking about, Taurus. With that Emperor here and the Eight of Pentacles, you got some assets growing. I don't know if you made a good investment. I don't know what it is. Your house doubled in value. You you discovered something, you invented something. You know that you're working on something really important that has to do with your foundation, and it is no time for people or other people who need to suck your energy. You had to separate that out by sending out that emotion, which actually brought you in some form of compassion for yourself. Man, your current situation, compassion for yourself. Okay, that's what I got for you uh, today. Taurus, thank you so much for watching my channel. Please share it with your friends, like and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the long version. A lot of people are watching my shorts as well, which I import and enjoy. But really, this is the bread and butter. This is where you're going to get more detailed information about how we can get through these trajectories of life. Now, you guys are also experiencing this energy from the few major astrological movements that are happening next week. At the end of next week, or in the middle of next week, you got that Venus in retrograde. This is playing into it for those of you who are single and married. It's just saying you are rerouting stuff to be prepared for that shift. It's a beautiful shift. Okay. All right. Thanks, you guys. It's your shift, actually. It's Venusian. All right. Thank you guys for watching the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe again. And I'll see you guys after the Venus retrograde. All right. Take care. Bye bye.
Hey, human beings, here's a message.